I observed something about white people. I observed and learned from a lot of my white friends that your ancestors are not honored. That a lot of you know who your grandparents are, but that's about it. That you don't know their story. You don't know their power. You don't know where they came from. You don't know what land they came from. And it really makes me happy when I hear about a lot of my friends that are going back to their home countries to reconnect. Because this physical world is just so limited, really limited. And I always encourage my friends to do that, to do their genealogy and to reconnect with who they are, because you know, the blood of so many ancestors way back runs through our veins, and their memory, cellular memory is real. And so that is one of my suggestions, that we can connect with our Mother Earth, we can connect with our waters, the sky, but we first have to connect in here.
My tears now are for my children and for my grandchildren and the 7 generations that are coming behind me. When the old people, they tell us, the elders, they tell us to pray. We just don't pray for 2 blocks down the road. We pray for generations, 7 generations down the road. So if you look at it, somebody's back there 7 generations prayed for me. So I could be here with my relatives. You're all my relatives. Might be a little darker than you, my skin pigmentation might be a little darker than yours, but we're all brothers and sisters in the Creator. And don't ever forget that.
I do want to share this little message stick that I shared this morning. This is from our brother Lars Larson from north of Stockholm, about 4 hours. He's the 14th generation on his farm. We call him our Viking brother. But he's deeply connected with the indigenous around the world, and lots of things are coming from Lars that are going to help all of us. But right now, he's sharing his family tradition, which was, in their way, they had a tube, and then they would share knowledge from the past, and people would write things down and then pass it to the next generation, right? So he made this message stick as his effort to show how we can connect knowledge from around the world from diverse peoples. So here's the 7 rings from the 7 generations in the past, and this generation back here thought about us when they acted and moved forward through life, and they shared their knowledge, and here we are, right? All of us right now. And what we're trying to do is to bring forward the knowledge from the wise people and the timeless way of living in right relationship with the world. We're trying to absorb that, but then act the same way going forward and make our decisions today for this 7th generation in the future. And the children's trust in your brave lawsuit against the U.S. government, you know, we need to be supportive, and whatever we can do to be your allies without complicating your lives, I'd like to offer that. But seriously, this is the new way of, the old way, but we're waking up to understanding that we really have to think out here. And maybe as we try to overcome the scary stuff and the doom and gloom, we still can really make a difference right now that can change this and make a better world. I'm a grandmother. I have a 9-year-old grandson. And right now, my fear at night is that he's on a conveyor belt to war. My 13-year-old granddaughter's never known a day when our country was at peace. Yeah. When I was in 3rd grade, we watched the Kennedy assassination in '63, and then Mrs. Mitchell said, "Children, there's a war far away in Vietnam, but don't you worry, by the time you're older, it'll all be over." Kids in my class died over there. Jim gave his service to that cause. And here we are, and now what are we doing? It's like still happening. So we have to think about that, whatever we can do to act it with love for each other. And just remember, you can only sustain one emotion, and that is love.